Hello everyone. We have Sir Th Radheshyam along with us right now, and then we're going to talk about various problems that Manipuris are facing here in Delhi. Because right now he's here in Delhi, and then we want to talk with him. And I'm thankful to you for giving us this wonderful time or this privilege to talk to you. Before we start, Th Radheshyam is one of the most decorated and retired IPS officer of Manipur. He is also the Education, Labor and Employment Minister of Manipur. So, sir, we're going to talk about things that people are facing around here and also back at home, so that people get the fair idea about what you do as a minister. All right. And so, before to start with, I would like to ask this question, because for the first time in the history of Manipur, so to say, Manipur Bhavan has opened doors for students to come and to talk to you for social interaction, and that's something that you have initiated for the first time. And then people from different parts of Delhi, from different universities, from of student leaders from different universities are here to talk to you. What do you think are the changes that you want to make? What are you trying to imply, or what are you looking forward to?
Actually, there are so many students studying here in different colleges and the university in Delhi, and even we have students in the schools here in Delhi. As education is very dear to the people of Manipur. Now, as I was also a student here, I did my post-graduation from Jamia Millia in Delhi, and we had also faced a lot of problems. I can feel the problems being faced by the students who are here, even not only students. Majority are students, but people who are already working here are also facing problem. And we keep hearing, we keep reading in the newspapers and the news and all. Now recently there was one incident also, and now I thought we must take some initiative. Government is for the public, for the people. We have been elected by the public, and the students who are here, they have a lot of grievances. I thought directly talking to them, what are their grievances, what all the government and my department can do for them, how can I be part of the team of the students who are working, studying here. I thought we must have an interaction to know directly, as here seeing is learning, seeing is believing. So by talking to them, I can learn more, I can know what are the problems. They have so many grievances and expectations to be addressed. That is why we initiated, and we had a discussion today. It is regarding the welfare of the students, right from the admissions, then the accommodation, then after coming here, they face a lot of problems. Most serious problems are crimes against the students, particularly the girl students. Crimes are happening in place everywhere, back in Manipur also, in UP, Bihar, Delhi, everywhere. But the thing is, when crime happens with the elements of discrimination and also the cruelty, it becomes very serious. It pains us. So I thought we must do something. That is how we interacted today. We took down some of the points. We also know some of the steps to be taken now. So we had that discussion today.
Okay, wonderful. So you have started talking about the question that I was about to ask you, and which is good. So I wanted to ask you something. Recently, just about last month, there was this incident that happened with Momoja. Stuff like this, it happens almost all the time. But what is the stand of the government? Because the people here in Delhi are looking forward for what the government can do for us. We've been trying to fight the battle ourselves. But what can the government or what can the ministers do for us? That's what people would like to hear. So where can you come in this kind of picture?
Actually, as I already said, government is for the public, and we're very much concerned about the students here. Very recently, there was one incident in which 5 of the students who are studying here in Delhi University, they were beaten up, they were attacked, and one was very seriously hurt. Yesterday, I visited him, and their families were also there. I was shocked. This incident is not the first of its kind. Many incidents have taken place. Now, there were no proper system design or which we can employ to prevent. If such kind of incident had taken place, how to respond and how to react, and also how we can prevent such kind of incidents. Now, as a part of government, from government to government, we can pressurize people here in the government, Delhi government. We can talk to the police. I have already spoken with the police. The DRC here, we did not use him properly because he is here already. He was also a student here. He also worked as an assistant professor here. He also knows the problem. Now we can use him. So we thought dealing with incident, now helping the victim family, the victim side, and also the pressurizing investigative agency, the enforcement agency, the police. I have already spoken to them. We were informed that the case was registered. They picked up 3 of them. They were released on bail after they were handcuffed and kept in lockup. So we are pressurizing to take action, and also to identify such kind of people who are repeated offenders. Now we are planning to have a committee having the student unions, representatives from the student unions here in Delhi, and also the police who are working here. We already have police, women police and normal police from our northeastern region already in Delhi police, to tie up with them also. And also we have M-panel lawyers here. So we'll have coordinated way we have to work, and government will do whatever we can.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so after being retired in the year 2017, and you took over as the Education Minister of Manipur, as well as the Labor and Employment Minister, what do you think are the changes that are coming up in the pipeline?
In general, government has brought a lot of changes. In my department in particular, actually, education department, as everyone knows, it's like a Mahasagar. Not only Sagar, Mahasagar. A lot of problems are there. And for last so many years, because of lack of proper policy, we had a lot of problems. The most important, most serious problems, there are 2 most serious problems. First is lack or shortage of teachers. Second one is lack of shortage of infrastructure proper. Now world has moved so fast. Use of technology, smart boards, even artificial intelligence like the robots, and people have started using. Now in Manipur, and particularly in hill areas, we are in a very primitive stage. Not much of change, no proper infrastructures. There are lack of teachers. Now we in the government, in our department, we have started both in higher education and school education. Since 2011, there were no recruitment of teachers. Every year around 500 to 600 teachers retire. So you calculate from 2011 till today. Now we have initiated to recruit more than around 600 lecturers for higher secondary school. The results will be declared as at the moment the model code of conduct for elections are withdrawn. We will declare the results. That is one initiative we have taken up. Then we are going to recruit primary and graduate teachers very soon. Now, some of the schools where only some government schools under ministry, we have Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, 9 of them in backward districts. Then also we have 11 residential schools, total 20. In that schools, the students were studying only up to class 8. We have upgraded them up to class 10 and 12. And also the construction have already started. This is one initiative. And we have also started building 7 residential schools, purely residential, for 300 students each in minority blocks. Now it's a recent initiative. In the higher education, we have started one. cluster university under Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan.
Mhm.
For last so many years, we have never had regular principals in the colleges,
Mhm.
government colleges. We have recruited regular principals for the colleges through MPSC,
Mhm.
and also we have appointed out of 280 assistant professors, we have been able to recruit 254 assistant professors. So now it is a big achievement for us because shortage of teachers. Now for tribal dialect, now we are going to recruit lecturers for tribal dialects. It is new initiative. The enrollment of students in government schools have increased in many folds. That is because people have started, the students have started trusting, having confidence in the government schools. It's a big achievement. So many things we have started. Now we have identified also 60 schools, performing schools in 60 constituencies under School Bhagatamsi mission. Now it's with a holistic approach, not only construction of the school building infrastructure, but also the training of the teachers, the equipment, the furniture, the smart classroom. It will be holistic model type of schools in every constituency. So 60, next year another 60. And we also are trying to get funds from Asian Development Bank. We're in touch with Bridge International to guide us. And we are also going to get funds we are getting funds from Airport Authority of India under CSR. Many new initiatives are there. I think a lot of changes are going to take place in the next 3 years. I think we need support from, as already the student unions, the parents, the teachers, they have been extending. We will be needing more support. And I think we can do a lot.
I think that's very important because quality education is very much important, because when we look at it, a lot of our people are unable to compete with mainland Indians,
Right.
so to say, people from other states of India, because when we're here in Delhi, we're unable to compete with them. So starting from the scratch, from primary, from nursery up till our higher secondary, I think it's very important that we give out a very good quality education, and which you are doing. And with this, I want to ask you a question related to what you have just done recently. You were in the Indo-Myanmar borders, wherein you were visiting a lot of villages like Mapum, Rone, Ronchap. My question to you is, what is your idea of reaching the unreached, or why? What do you look forward in doing that, or what do you plan to achieve by doing that?
As we all know, education is very important sector, and proper education is the solution to all the social problems. Now, in the remote areas, in the hill districts, and even in rural areas, the quality of education, the infrastructure is in a very bad condition. I mean, I'm saddened to see those infrastructure, the lack of teachers, and I must thank and appreciate the village authorities. They are manning the schools with limited resources. They were engaging teachers from the local resources. The way they were running, I really appreciate them. Now in the remote areas, actually, I have visited almost all the hill districts, subdivisions, and very recently I have been to some 5-6 border villages in Ukrul, and their condition is very bad. Now, I have visited South Korea, I have been to England, I have been to Italy, I have visited some of the schools there. There is difference, a lot of differences between them here. We are like in a very primitive stage. If you compare now, the world has gone so fast. They were using technology. The schools were like, their own homes, houses, all the facilities were there. In a primary school, you had 5-6 toilets inside a school, So the homely atmosphere was there. Now we are starting. Now I have done some assessment through our JEOs and deputy inspectors, assistant inspectors. We have done some assessment. We are going to develop schools in the hills and also remote areas here in valley also in world class level, but step by step, not all at a time. We are focusing on the schools in the hills. We have identified schools. Now we will take up, and it is our duty. It is our duty that best education system, quality education system is provided to the hill areas. You know, the education and health are two sectors which have widened the gap between people of hill and the valley. Now we are also thinking of recruiting, teachers from the local resources, from hills, as a policy, so that quality can be improved, regular classes can be conducted, they can communicate at primary level at their own dialect. So there are so many new initiatives for the hills, particularly, and for remote areas, and also in general for all of the state. And I think in future we'll see a lot of development, and everybody is concerned about the condition of the education system in the hills and in the rural areas.
Wonderful. I think that's very insightful. We did not, get the information about your whereabouts, but then I got it from a very reliable source that you were there, and which is, very nice to hear. A lot of people must have enjoyed and must have been so happy to see you being there as the first cabinet minister who is venturing around the places of Indo-Myanmar border. Okay.
To the state of Manipur, you have seen your face during your journey up to this level. What are the problems we faced as a growing up person till your age, and what you expect to take Manipur? So try to contribute. Your talents are there.
Thank you. I would like to thank Sir Radheshyam right now for giving us this time to talk to us. And I think it's very insightful for us. We don't know a lot of ministers working with us, especially from the state of Manipur. And I think a lot of people would get to know our minister more by doing this. And also, I think coming from a very humble background to where he is right now, I think he is a source of inspiration for a lot of people. And I hope that whatever he do in his life as a minister, I hope that he is a channel of change. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.